podcast. My name is Patrick. For those of you who don't know, I will be your host for tonight's show, and I can't be continuing without presenting you my co-host, Dr. G. How's it going, brother?
Hello, guys. Welcome to the I podcast, as Mr. Pat stated. So my name is Dr. G, and we're gonna have a good show for you. I podcast it is, Mr. Pat. What's going on?
Let's go, baby. How's it going, man? How was your weekend, and how was the Thanksgiving holiday going for you?
Thanksgiving was pretty good, man. We had a 4 days weekend, so I can't complain. So we had the chance to spend more time with the fam. So it was really good. How was yours?
Mine was great. I'm not really a big fan about holidays, but when it's about family, I'm really into that. So it was great to spend that great moment with my little family, and it was great. It was a great moment.
Awesome.
I'm sure you love it too, brother.
Yeah, it was good.
Yes, sir.
It was
So,
awesome.
what do you have? What do you have that's trending today for us, man? Before we actually jump into the topic, so has anything going on in your life right now? What's going on?
I mean, I don't know if you really fully educated about Palestine and Israel. I don't know if you're aware of what's going on. I don't know if it's third World War III, but I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, about that. I am okay. So I'm trying to avoid watching news because like whenever I see the BS, it just like bothers me. So that's what I'm trying to avoid to watch news and stuff. So, but I know I know there's what's going on, and I dig a little research about it, and I'm not fully educated about what's really going on between these two. But what I can say is, I would advise people to do their research. Due to what I see, it's like let me just lay down a flat example to you.
Okay.
It's like, this is my house, right? And you didn't have nowhere to be, and I'm like, hey Luke, hey G, come to my house. Okay. I'll give you a room to stay whatsoever, and come to find out, you take over my house and you just like give me the bathroom. You're like, okay, this is where you should stay now. Someday I'll be mad, and I don't know if that example literally explain everything. But I would say just like people go do your own research, because it's not that simple. What we see is not what it is.
That's true.
There is a deeper history into
what's
that,
going on.
into what's going on. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. As for me, so I don't want to go more into more details.
Yeah.
I'm not fully educated about it, what's going on either. But I will say the way I see it is like 80 in America. You feel me? That's the way. I'm gonna keep it there, though.
You want to keep it there? You're not gonna elaborate for the people. I mean,
I don't know how to explain it for people to understand. You feel me? It's like.
But what's Haiti about America? What's about it?
It's like we in the same continent, right?
Right.
If we wanna live like brotherhood, like neighbors, let's live like neighbors. Like, we don't have to keep fighting. But hey, everybody has the benefits, or your benefits probably not my benefits, so I'm fighting for what I want, you're fighting for what you want. So
yeah,
at the end of the day, that's what I'm saying. I can't really talk about it because I'm not fully educated, and then the way I see it is like everybody's looking for their own benefits. So that's the way I see it. Yeah.
I mean, it's like that, brother.
Yeah.
All right, guys, without further ado, let's just jump into the topic for tonight. So our topic goes by, what is dating today versus from the 90s? What is dating today versus from the 90s? Yep. Co-host, Dr. G.
Yes, sir.
What is dating today versus from the 90s, brother? What do you have for the people?
That's a good question, man. Great question. By the way, guys, share the life, guys. Share the life. We're gonna have a good show for you guys today. So, what is the thing from the 90s versus now, right? The way I say is like back then it used to be more organic. People used to be more put more work into it, in a sense.
Right.
So back then, as I can remember, so if you like a girl, so you have to write the poems, you have to chase her every day to see where she's coming from, stuff like that. But now it's not like that. As long as you have a good profile picture,
right,
you have a lot of followers, people knows you, so you don't have to do a lot. You feel me? They will DM you. So
right.
Back then, you have to court the woman as a man. But in today's society, like you have You don't have to do a lot of work as long as you're good looking and then your profile looking good.
What do you mean by like you don't have to do a lot of work? What do you mean by that?
Let's take the dating apps, right?
Okay.
As long as you have your profile is looking good,
Mm-hmm.
your description is really, really attractive in a sense. So people will swipe left for you in a sense. You feel me? Back then, he didn't used to be like that.
Okay.
Do that make sense?
Somehow, yeah.
Yeah. So back then, it didn't used to be like that. So back now, you got in a day you can have 100 people swipe left for you. So back then, it didn't used to be like that because I'm not gonna blame technology, but technology play a big role in it. So he didn't used to be like back then. I feel like as I said, he used to be more organic. He used to be people were used to look for somebody to settle down. As of now, people were looking for people to have more experience in a sense. The more experience they can have, the better it is for them. You feel me? But back then, it didn't used to be like that. People were looking more for I see my future with that guy, so let me settle down with that guy or with that girl. That's the way I say. What do you think? How about you?
So you saying like, yeah, I mean, I will definitely share my opinion. So you saying like back then, people was looking to have more like serious relationship versus today because technology play a big role. People are just looking to have like
experiences,
experiences.
Yes.
Okay. Fair. You know, I get it. You know, you asked me what do I think, correct? Hey man, I mean the way I see it, I can honestly agree with you when you're saying like technology play a good role because you know dating today is super influenced by technology. You know, versus from the 90s, it was more like you said, more organic, more real. Right now, everybody's mostly like looking for the interest. I feel like dating today is like everybody's still like, okay, what is he bringing to the table? Why is she bringing to the table? You know, people fail to actually get to know people really for who they are. Like, you know, literally like diving into personality and see like, okay, this is this person someone that I can really like see in a long term and type thing. Like you said, as of like people mostly just want to have like, you know, one night stand type thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. Just there's a connection, we kick it and call it a day. Versus like in the 90s. I remember back in the 90s, dude, like even like early 2000, we were literally writing poems. I mean, poems, like you said, like, you know, back in our high school days, you know, like it was more like, you know,
you have to put in work.
You have to put the work. Yes. You have to put the work, or else you're not gonna get nothing. Like, or nobody gonna really like you. Like, you know, being a gentleman was like A1 was the key for, you know,
to get a woman. Yeah,
exactly, to get a woman. Even like young little kids like us were really like into like trying or hard to be a gentleman. Yeah. Nowadays, I'm not saying that there's no gentleman type thing, but like it's more like people are just like focused on like, what am I getting from this?
I mean, it used to be like that back then.
What do you mean?
Like people always looking for the advantages in a sense. People used to be like that, or even back then. But back then, it used to be more organic, right? People back then, I think that back then people used to think that, okay, I can settle with that guy or with that woman. We can build up together, or I can see his family has something going on, so he's respectful. His family, his dad did that, his mom did that, so I see my future with that guy. But versus now you can fake it, and you will get somebody with you. You feel me?
What do you mean by fake it?
Fake it like social media. I feel like a lot of people faking it on social media. Whatever you're seeing, most of the time it's not
what it is. Yeah,
it's
for
not,
sure.
It's not what it is. So that's the way I see it. Because nowadays, because of technology, a lot of people faking it. So people looking light skinned. So when you see them, they really they're black.
Well, when you say people, who are you referring that to?
Black women and men, both. Both, man.
You said women and men.
Exactly, both, man. Back then versus back then, we didn't get a chance. You have to see that girl, and You feel me? You can feel the connection by seeing her passing by. But nowadays, you just see her on social media. You don't know if she's really light skinned or if she's really dark skinned, and then she swipe left to you, or you set up date, but you don't really know who you're gonna meet. You feel me? Until you get there.
I'm glad that you're talking about setting up date. Right? Back then, I remember my first date. Literally, like it was in a park. Yeah. Like we just go in a park. We get to know each other, like he's like get to know like if I'm funny or if she's fun to be around. Is this somebody that I can really carry a conversation with? Exactly. It was nothing about like which restaurant I'm gonna take her.
Exactly. How much money you gonna spend for the
or
day?
She was not expecting like me to actually like take her to a like a expensive restaurant, like a 5-class restaurant. Yep. Like our last podcast, we talk about like this. Well, on the beginning of the podcast, we talk about this woman who was complaining about because this guy took her to cheesesteak factory, right? And it was such a burden for her because the guy took her there. Versus like back then in the 90s, it was nothing like that, dude. Yeah. Like, you know, you meet somebody in the park, like you just say, hey, let's go for a walk. Yeah. I'm not saying it's still not happening, but it's so little. Like the people that are doing it, it's so little. Like to actually really get to know somebody, people are just expecting you to take them. Yeah. Like let's just say on our perspective as men, you know, if we were in a dating world, right? Yeah. A woman will actually expect us to actually take her to a 5-class restaurant. Not I'm saying like there's anything wrong about taking her to a 5-class restaurant, right? Yeah. But this shouldn't be your first expectation as of like soon as I'm trying to get to know you and you trying to see how much money that I'm spending on you.
Yeah, that's you know
what my money got to do about me trying to get to know you and see like if there's a real connection here. Yeah. But nowadays, you know, females just want you to just take them to actually like expensive restaurants, spend like couple hundred dollars on a first night. Yeah. Cause that's exactly. What about when I get there with you and then I don't like you, or like I don't like your brand. I'm not attracted to your brand. I'm not attracted to how you talk. You know what I mean? So now my couple $100 is just like lost. Not that I care about spending that, but I want to spend my money where it's worth it, right? There you go. I don't want to spend my money where it's not worth it.
And then again, as you said, so it's not about the money, but especially female nowadays, they only thinking about how much money is gonna spend. How much money. They don't really care about the connection.
Facts.
They want to see how much you worth first in order for them to keep going with it. You feel me?
Let me see where he's gonna take me.
Exactly.
To see if I'm gonna give him a chance, type thing. You know what I mean?
They don't really care about the connection. They
don't care about.
They're more worried about the experience. You feel
the experience you're gonna give them, the money you're gonna spend on them. You know, you see some of them sometimes talking on social media. Well, if I'm gonna start paying, charging people just to go on a date.
Take me to a date.
Are you serious right now?
It's real.
You know what I mean? Like, serious. Dude, I would say I'm old school at this point. You know what I mean? Like, and I would say I'm grateful in a way because the way I met my partner, like, it was more organic than like trying to, you know, flex as of like, hey, this is what I got, or her trying to show like this is what she got. It was like, it was, you know, natural. Doing COVID, it was natural, dude. Like nothing was forced. Okay. So I feel like relationships should start some point like that. I mean, it was like that.
Yeah, back then, yes.
Back then it was like that. People was trying to get to know people for who they really are, not just like how much money they have.
You're gonna spend for the night.
You know what I mean? So what advice do you have for our dating world today as a society?
So hey, my advice is that who am I to judge? I'm not here to judge no one. So if this is what you choose to do, hey, do you.
Yeah.
So but the only thing I'm telling you, everything that you do, there's a consequence, right? There's a consequence for every action. There's a reaction for every action, understand? So whatever you're doing right now, put me on your mind, in the back of your head. So whatever you're doing right now, you will get something in return. So I will advise you to date for the connection, not for the experiences. You get me? So if you did for the connection, so mentally, physically, you're gonna be ready, like, to see what's going on. So if that is he worth it, or is she worth it? It's not all. It's not about how much money is gonna spend on me the first day. Where is gonna take me? Cheesecake Factory is not where I'm supposed to be. McDonald's is not. It's not all about that. Sometimes guys, they trying to see where you stand at. You feel me?
Because here's the thing. I don't mean to cut you up. I feel like a lot of women right now, they think their beauty should dictate where a man should take you. Dude, I don't care. Okay, you cute and all, whatever. Mm-hmm. But beauty for me, like, obviously outside beauty is very important. But beauty, the real beauty, it's what's inside of your head. Is your personality. It's internal, right? Like, you think, like, just because you put a couple makeup on and you look good and I'm supposed to spend a couple grand on you or a couple hundred? Mm-hmm. There's no way. You know,
and then another thing, not to shame no one. So you can see them black today, and then later on they are light skin. So makeup, beauty nowadays is like, you can buy it in a sense.
You can buy it, or they can go ahead and they can get their body done, get their nose, get this and the third done, and then they are here like flexing on you, thinking like this is how you should dictate their value. Like, I'm super valuable because this is how I look.
Yeah, like the video that you sent me. So
the
lady has 5 BBLs, right?
Yeah,
7, I think. She got 2 breast implant, whatever. Based on that, she said she's not gonna date nobody who's not making more than 50K a month. She only dating bosses because she's valuable, because she has 5 BBLs. She got 2 nose lifting, whatever. Woman, are you okay? Just because you did that, you expect a guy. Hey, anyway, I'm not judging. You know what? Let's leave it there.
I hear you. But like, on the flip side, for a young man, what do you have? What advice do you have for a young man in a dating world right now?
So my advice is that build yourself first.
Yeah,
build yourself. Go to the gym. Have some money. Save somewhere. I don't know. Do whatever you have to do before you ready to you want to settle down, in a sense.
Yeah.
Because don't go settle down and then you can barely provide. You can't even take care of yourself. You feel me? You're not going to the gym. So the first thing I would tell a guy, women not gonna go nowhere. So the more money you have,
yes, sir.
Especially nowadays, the more accessible you have to women. So, anyways, as you can see, I'm not the only one. So 10% of the guy, effing 90% of the woman. You know why? Because these guys, they have money. Some of them tall. Some of them like the value is up there. So every woman want them. They don't care. They don't care if that woman has them. So this is the guy that I want. I want him tall, black, with beard,
tall, dark, and handsome.
Exactly, make a lot of money.
Tall, dark, and handsome.
So as my advice to most guys, that go build yourself first before you want to settle down. Hey, if you find a woman who would like to build with you, hey, that's a great thing. You feel me? But if you think you see a beautiful woman and then you want to settle down with that woman, good luck, my brother. So that's the way. That's
yeah. I mean, I agree with that 100%. No, I agree with that 100%. Like, I'll say, young man. Like, I would proceed to say, like, just get your shit together, man.
There you go. Yeah.
You know, for a young man, get your shit together. You know.
Yeah.
You know, women will always be there. They'll always be there. Actually, there's more women in this planet than men. Yeah. So if you focus on your early 20s to get your shit together, you know, it will be easy for you to actually pick the right one.
Yes.
I would say the right one, in a way, for you to, the one that you think that definitely gonna actually be the good match for you, for your personality, and also for her personality, for you guys' vision and everything. So I think, you know, like you said it all, G. You know, go work out, go make money. If you're not making money, go find another job, make some money. Money is not all, but trust me.
Yeah, play a big role.
They play a major role.
Yes.
In dating today. Okay, you don't wanna. I would rather have money and don't want to spend it on somebody that think like I should, instead of not having it and then now I'm complaining because she want my money.
Yes.
It will make more sense that I have it. I just cut you on your gold digger bull crap. You know what I mean? And now you can't really disrespect me because I have it. I just don't want to spend it on you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So for my advice, I just want to perceive towards what you said to our young man, get your shit together, man. You have one job, you think it's not enough, get another one.
Get it together.
Get another one. Get yourself some LLC. Get yourself some business idea. Get your brother. Build
with your brother.
It's all about building, man. You know what I mean? Obviously, you can build with your partner. This is great. A lot of like great things we're creating with people who build with their partner. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you're not quite there yet, get your brother. Build with your brother. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's my advice to them.
Hey, that's good. I love it.
You know what I'm saying? Angie stated that. Let's jump in a comment real quick, guys.
Let's get it.
Angie stated that a real woman will build with you. I agree. I don't think we stated that women will not build.
Yeah.
But most right now in the dating world right now, let's be honest to each other. And for the woman in the comment, let's be honest with ourselves right now. In the dating world right now, a woman is looking for mostly a man that can take, for mostly security money.
Yeah.
Not just emotionally, not just like they're not just focused on getting their security from the emotion that's gonna share between these two, but their main focus is just like
at the end of the line,
financial security, which there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but like I would rather date a little bit focused more on connection and is this person is the right person for me? Can he be comfortable around my friends, my family? Can I vice versa? I think people should focus more on a deeper level instead of seeing the money. The money can come later. Okay, let's say if he does not rich financially, but emotionally, mentally, physically, he's straight, and you see potential. Vice versa, you guys can build together. To answer your comment, Angie, like you guys can build together in that particular scenario. But a lot of times, the man has all those things except the financial part, and you see the old man say like, "Oh, it's not for me." If he's not making 6, 7, 8, it's just like, dude, you do know there's a small percentage of men in America right now, of men,
you're right,
in America right now that's making that much.
Yeah, not only that. So I agree with that comments, but it's really rare though to find a real woman that will build with you. Naturally, it's not the fault though. I don't blame him neither. So it's naturally and the nature they're looking for a provider. So that's why when you said that you should just got to build himself first before he settle down, that's a great idea. You feel me? Because naturally, it's not a woman's fault though. I'm not blaming the woman because at the end of the day, every woman is a good digger. If she choose to build with you, it's because she see potential in you. Yeah, you get what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. So find a real woman will build with you. That part I get it, but it's rare. It's very rare to find a real woman that will build.
And when you find that one, keep her.
Exactly.
When you find that one, keep her. Don't just out here fuck around. You know what I mean? And always try them out too. Yeah. Always act broke. From the last advice, act broke. For some of my young brothers, act broke and see how they see where they at. See where they at, and then soon as she show you her true color, because you act broke, she thought you were broke, and now she's not the one. Yeah, because those are not really gonna stick with you. Yeah, forever. Broke, when you get to the level of the fairy tale of marriage, this and the third, when there's no money now, how is she gonna act? You gotta taste the water, brother.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Let's see. Let's jump one more time into the comment. Misha Ahmed saying, "Wow, you guys look sharp." Well, thank you.
Thank you, Miss Misha.
All right, thank you. She proceeded to say, "LOL. Yes, back in the day, we would be able to more detail and more romance. That's true.
Yeah, that is true.
You know, more romance. That's true. Like you stated, we'll be writing poems. We'll be, dude. I would be literally like reading books and stuff. See, like, you know, how to approach a woman, how to work on my game and stuff like that. More like on a romance standpoint, right?
Yeah.
So I can literally, like, you know, get that woman attention to see, like, hey, I am a real gentleman. This is how I can treat you, this and the third.
Yeah.
Nowadays, bro, it's more like, hey, trying to kick it? What's up? You know, at some point, like, when we get to adult life, right?
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if you were quite there, because I'm sure you've been with your wife for quite some time.
Yeah.
You know, back then I was more like on the street side. you know, I got to a point, especially like when I got here in the state, because quick story.
Mm-hmm.
In the state and back to the island, dating is completely different.
How?
How? You want to know how, brother?
Go for it.
Dude, completely different. Back in the island, it was more like hard work, romance, you know, always be a gentleman. That's how you get woman, right? When I came here, I you know, it was a little surprising to me, because it was not as hard as back in the island.
Okay.
It was more like, hey, you're attractive, she's attractive, y'all see each other,
Let's go.
the vibe is vibing.
Let's get into it.
Let's get into it. And it was like a shock moment for me. I was like, whoa, is it that easy? You know what I mean? It was a shock moment to me. Like, it's like, dude, let's get it. You know what I mean? So, like, at some point, I'm not fully mad. And also, for my young men, I do believe, like, a young man always have to get through a lot of experience before choosing the woman that you want. You know, believe me or not. You know, for men and women, it's different.
Yeah.
Well, for men, I think you have to actually have experiences and see, and that will dictate
The real one.
how you know to pick up the real one. You know what I mean? Because that's just how it is. You know, it works sometimes, but it's like so little. The percentage is so little. It's like finding a needle in the middle of the ocean, right? For you to find, like, it's like high school sweetheart and it's still her forever.
Yeah.
It's just, it happens, but like, it's just like one in a lifetime moment. Yeah. It's not something that you should be looking for as a young man. You know, you always have to, you know, have experiences and work on your game, work on especially your money, work on your intellectual
I have a question,
aspect and everything.
So I have a question. So you said back home, like in the Caribbean, so he used to be hard, right? You know how he used to be. You have to put in work. You have to really put in the work, and you have to be like, you have to speak more than one language. By the way, back home, right? Back then,
Yeah.
In order for you to call a woman, so in order for you to get her attention, in a sense.
Yeah, like French.
So,
French will attract them a lot. You know what I mean?
So you said when you came to USA, right?
Yeah.
That it was kind of easier. Don't you think it was easier for you or for most men that came from the Caribbean? Because at the end of the day, don't forget, back home, people love women. Let me say, women love the guys with light skin, right? When you came to the USA, they love more dark skin, right? Don't you think it was? Don't you think it was that because of that reason that they like you more up here than back home? Or
I don't think they didn't like me. I think I had to work more to impress them.
Okay.
It's not like they did not like me, because, hey, you know, it was still possible, but it was harder for me to get them because I had to put a lot of work. Versus here, it was not that much of a work.
It was about the vibe.
It was just the vibe, man. It's still about the vibe, to be quite honest with you. But back home, the vibe was not enough. You had to do more. You had to show her that, hey, you can speak French fluently. You can write poems. You know,
they have to see potentials.
She has to see where you go to school.
Who's
you
your
have
dad?
to go to who's your dad. Do you have to go to private school?
Yeah.
And all this, where do you live?
Yeah.
You know, all these things. Here, like, you know, you cut a connection. It's just like, hey, we vibing.
Yeah, I agree with you. Because so the more work you put in, the more appreciate of the things that you get.
Yeah.
You feel me? It's getting and then another thing too. That's why I think dating nowadays is not last. You get me? Because people don't really put in the work, as you said. So it's all about the vibe. So
it's all about the vibe.
If they see you, they like you, it's gonna let's kick it.
Yeah.
And then as guys, us guys, if we're not taking, so it's easier for us to let go. You feel me? Let's get into it. You feel me?
Yeah.
Then versus back home, you have to put in work. You have to write poems.
Back home, it has to be about the vibe plus.
Yes. Then
the vibe plus.
That doesn't mean you gotta get it before you get a picture.
Yeah.
Before you get a small picture, you have to put in a lot of work. But the verses up here nowadays, you don't have to. As long as they feel you're gonna get pictures, you're gonna get videos, you're gonna get the date, you're gonna come to your house. They will give you everything. It's all about the vibe. I totally agree. So let's continue with the comments.
Let's continue with the comments. Yeah. So Michelle is on fire today. She stated and she says, "But you can always get a woman that can provide as well." Yeah, you can get a woman that can provide as well. But if one day she stop providing, but that doesn't mean life will, financial situation will be stopped. If a woman can provide, it's a plus. It's always a plus to a relationship.
Not only that,
but if she stopped providing, I don't think life should be miserable.
Not only that, that's not gonna last forever.
Yeah,
a woman can provide for a certain amount of time. After a while, she's gonna get
facts. Tired. Trust me, the money is always for the woman. It's not for the man.
Yes.
Listen, Miss Michelle, you talking about providing. I'm sure your money is your money.
Yes, that's true.
Okay.
Because women can do it for short amount of
time.
After
until
while,
they're like,
tired.
okay, all right, dude, what are you doing? Get your shit together. But like for men, I don't think the man will actually, at some point, we might say like, hey, babe, listen, if you can find a little gig, whatever, this will help us out more.
But we're not going to complain.
If we have to man up and take care of the family, take care of the house, that's what we're gonna do.
Yes, exactly.
That's what we're gonna do.
But
like, if it's the other way around, the woman is the only one providing.
She's not. It's not.
Bro,
that's not gonna last.
It's not. The relationship is not going to last, bro.
I agree.
You find less argument
when the guy's providing.
When is the guy only providing?
Yeah.
Versus when the woman is only providing, the guy is not providing.
Yeah. Even when
tell me that I'm wrong.
Even when both of them are providing, so you find less argument when the guy is providing only by himself.
Yeah,
because that's why they're saying there's a saying that says the woman's money is their money.
It's their money,
but the guy money is our money.
It's our money.
You get me? so the woman will say, "Oh, I can't provide too. I can't do this." You're gonna do it for a short amount of time. After a while, you're gonna say, "You know what, dude? You got
get your shit together.
Put your game up."
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, let's continue with the comment.
Angie said fair point. I guess she was referring to the woman can provide to, and due to the answer we gave her.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay, Michelle proceeded to say, I can agree with G about the different people in America. Yeah, so okay. Why can you agree with G on that? Yeah, we want you to elaborate more.
Michelle. You can't give us a call.
Said, for me, back home, it's like the same kind of man. What do you mean by that?
Michelle, give us a call. I want you to elaborate.
What do you mean by that?
All right, guys. You guys can call, by the way. You guys can call. You guys know the number, so give us a call. Explain.
Yeah, man. It's definitely a different vibe, man. It's definitely a different vibe.
It is. I agree, though. I agree.
From back home and here, it's and at some point, I'm not really mad at it. I think like we get to a point right now, especially with technology, with dating apps, and everything. Like dating is becoming more like a game.
It is a game nowadays. It is.
It's mostly becoming like a game, bro. It's just like, dude, I'm playing game. I can either be a loser or a winner.
Yeah.
And trust me, I tried all that out. It was a game. I love playing the game, bro. I love playing the game. It was a game, and I hate losing.
Yeah.
I hate losing. That's why I had to master the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Dating right now, it's all a game. It's all a game.
I agree.
What do you think? Well, my opinion, I think it's a game.
I agree, though. I agree. That's why we have so many dating apps nowadays.
Right?
It is a game. So guys the guys who knows how to play, they're gonna keep winning.
They're gonna keep winning.
Yeah. So they know the game, so they play hard to not to lose. They can. That's why they having like most of the women. Get me? Like a little guy, like you came on the dating app, dude, you're not gonna get no woman at all. They're gonna look at your profile, swipe right.
You gotta
Okay,
know
this
how
guy-
to set up your profile. You gotta know how to play the game because it's all about visual now.
Yeah.
Visual, then the connection comes later.
Yeah.
So now,
It's
if
not
you're
even about connection,
Yeah.
vision, appearance,
appearance and all
and then,
that,
and then I'm not gonna say fake it, but in a sense, you have to show them what they want to see.
yeah. And then once the get together comes in play, if you also know how to like play the game, carry the conversation, this and the third,
You will win.
you will win.
There you go. We got more comments.
We got more comments. Okay. So she proceed and say, men back home are all the same. Damn. They use to act the same way. It also predictable.
Yeah.
It's also predictable.
Yeah.
When I come to America, I saw
nationalities,
different nationalities,
cultures.
culture, every size of man. Too. Every size of man.
Okay, Michelle.
What do
But
you
I,
mean
I,
by
I,
that?
I can agree with that though. But
Yeah, she said
Michelle,
short. She said tall, short, big, small.
physical wise.
Physical wise.
Are you sure about the physical wise, Michelle?
I don't know. I'm smelling some fishy here.
She goes to confirm that
Yo,
physical wise. You know about physical wise, Michelle.
Physical wise.
You know them well, Michelle. You don't mean physical wise.
She proceeded to say physical wise. Okay.
Yeah. Back home, I think he used to be the same though.
Yeah.
But we probably speak the same language, the same. We have the same culture, but some of us are way different. So
Yeah,
I
same
used
culture, but you have to have that, you know, that stamina, like that different in
To, yeah,
you, like
exactly.
the different vibe that will make them cut your attention. Like back in my high school, I had to act Americanized, but I had to like act like, you know,
You're
well,
from
not like
America.
American. I'm trying to act like American, and I love all the American music, this and third. It's like now you are different from the crowd.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Either they're gonna like you
I hate
or hate you, but somebody gonna like you.
that's what I meant. That's what I meant when I said faking it.
Yeah,
Cause that was not really you. You feel me?
I think it was me because I was always attracted to the American culture. Yeah, I
Gotcha.
think it was me. I don't think I was faking it.
Got it.
Yeah.
Cool. I think Michelle. So if you wanna call, so you call me, Michelle. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Yeah,
Miss
you kept telling Michelle to call.
No,
Angie,
she has to
Angie can
explain-
call.
Yeah, Angie can call. Michelle can call. Who else? Who else?
People don't want to talk. We have people on the live, but they don't want to talk.
Yeah, they have to call though.
Yeah. Let's see. But yeah, Dr. G. It's really rough right now for the young man right now because I'm sure I'm taking. Okay, I'm taking. We're all taking here.
Yes, sir.
Okay, but for the young ones, man, it's really tough for you out here. But like, I know I have a son, and Dr. G also have a son. So, what advice do you have
As I said earlier,
for like for your for anybody's son, and also like for whoever is a father of a boy?
As I said earlier, so as for my son, I will tell him like I told him earlier, but build up yourself first. Get a good job, build yourself, have your own business, go to the gym, and then you can provide. Because at the end of the day, man, naturally, most women are looking for provider, right? You feel me? For protector. So they can't be lying all the time. So trust me, that's not what they're looking for. They're looking for a provider, protector, and a guy that can look out for them and the kids. You feel me? It's natural. It's not like I'm saying like because I'm a guy, but that's the way it is. I didn't make it like that. God created it to be like that. Naturally, that's in our nature. So most women are looking for protector, providers, and somebody that can look out for them. So as a man, you have to build yourself first. Have your own business, make the moolah first, and build yourself that you can protect your own woman and your kids. That's the way I see it. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
100%. I agree. I can't really deny.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm definitely gonna support that and saying that, yeah, work on yourself, work on yourself, work on yourself, work on yourself,
Yeah.
work on yourself.
Yeah.
When you appreciate yourself, you love yourself. When you want great things for yourself, when you focus on your mental health, your physicality, and then and grinding. You know what I mean? Making as much as you can,
Mm-hmm.
and as much as you will.
Yeah.
Okay, when you have that mindset, it's just the nature will reward you.
Yeah. And then
It will reward you
thank God for
because you are not regular.
yes, that's so true. And then thank God for technology nowadays. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of things we didn't know back then. Now the fact that we know, and we will help our son or our friend to do better. You feel me?
Yeah.
So if you have all that benefits, go do better, man. You feel me? Don't see your dad then do better because he didn't get it like that.
Yeah.
Now you have it like that. Do better.
Do better.
Build yourself up, and then you're gonna get the woman that you want. We have a caller. We have a caller.
Who's calling? We have a caller,
Hello,
guys.
caller. Welcome to the podcast. What do you have for us?
What's up, guys? I just wanted to add on the part where you said the whole technology, besides my previous comment. So basically, I feel like back in the days in the 90's, technology wasn't exposed as it was now. And that's also like for now, like it's weird now if you're dating, if you're single, whatever. You do go on people's social media. You're like, okay, so maybe this person likes this, they like that. Okay, so I kind of know what she likes. So even if he or she was interested in that person, they're like, oh, okay, so they like to go out, like to go to this bar. So then you're already losing interest on 100% on that person because you're saying, oh, by the way, oh my God, that bar. Did you go to that bar? Oh my God, I went too. But in reality, you really didn't go to that bar. It's just trying to connect to that person.
Okay. So do you think technology is a plus or is like he created like a shenanigan?
I think it has its benefits, but then you lose the authentic conversations when you're with that person because you already know, oh my God, yeah, so they like to party, and then you ask them the same question, you're like, all right, well, I already know that. Just wanted to see if you're saying the right thing or not.
I agree. That's a smart answer because you lose that curiosity. You feel me? That mysterious. That's mysterious. Like you wanna know. You feel
that
me?
potential connection that you might have with that person. But now it's like, okay, well, obviously, Instagram has stories. So now you see what that person is about. Oh, my God, that person likes to work out all the time. Oh, my God, they like to drink coffee. Okay, so I can definitely take her out to, have coffee because, she's always posting, any type of coffee that she goes, any coffee shop. So then that's how you catch her. But you really don't get to know her if she really likes coffee. Maybe it's just she just happens to be at a coffee shop. She's always snapping that.
Gotcha. So don't you think people sometimes faking it? Because people be posting stuff they don't really do. they just post it.
Of course. They could be like low-key sometimes influenced by others or just kind of post there something that they're really not. And other people can also be authentic and then can be like, hey, this is really me. But some people is usually just fun. It's just, hey, I'm at the gym, but am I really working out?
Yeah, I know,
Am I
right?
there just for like.
That's so true. Mr. Pat, do you have any question?
Do you think social media, or I would say, let's just be more precise, Instagram, or mostly Instagram, I would say, it could be a dating app where people can actually see people's profile and then thinking like, oh, there's potential based on what they see on their profile?
I think it's a potential. It can be, because not a lot of
Why
people are
can it be?
exposed to going out. So back in the day, like you can go out and you can meet someone, and it'll be okay. You meet someone at the high school or elementary school, and you ask them out to go out to the park. Now people are scared to just approach anyone at the bar or anywhere at a coffee shop because then they think you're weird.
Nowadays.
Why would they think you're weird?
I'll feel weird if I was single. I would feel weird approaching a guy that's out like having coffee because I don't know how that person will react.
But
Because
you'll be
everyone's
okay.
so used to having social media, or even it's funny. Like now, even if you're talking to someone, that's what's the first thing you ask that person besides having a whole conversation. Oh my God, do you have Snap? Do you have Instagram? Oh, let me add you. Instead of saying like, hey, can I have your number? You instantly want to get an Instagram or a Snapchat link to see what they're about.
So you'll be okay to interact with the person on social media instead of meeting the person in
What was
person?
that?
So you'll be okay chatting with the person in social media instead of meeting in person?
Now I feel like I'll be okay talking to someone on social media first, yes.
Wow.
But back in the day, I would be okay hanging out with someone or talking to someone like face to face. I feel like now because Instagram is there and you get to know what they're about, I would low key be nosy and be like, okay, let me see what this person is about now before I even meet this person or before I even proceed to like the next steps.
So
Like even to going on a date or anything like that. Like, okay, if I see this guy's posting all the time just his sneakers or just like, drinking, like, I probably might not want to go out to dinner with this person.
that's what I'm saying. Like most of the guys, 10% of the guys, they know the game. So they know what the woman wants. So that's why they be posting, but they don't really about. They're not about that
Yeah,
for real.
Yeah.
sometimes it can be that it's just a flex, and then when they actually meet, you're like, oh wow, so you don't like doing that? Got it. And then you just hit them with the unfollow button and call it a day.
But don't you think it's after the fact, though? After the fact
Yeah.
that they get what they want.
True, that can happen too.
Well, they
But it's
want
also
it.
even on the conversations, even if they do want to go on a date or a coffee, like or whatever the case might be, like just to grab lunch, and you're like, oh, wait, you're not really what you're about there. But then again, that's the problem now about having social media. Like now you put anything you want and people could think you're like the sweetest person, you're the calmest person, but in reality, like once you get to know me or whatever the case may be, I might just be the craziest person ever or I can be some weirdo, but people don't know that because my pictures are something else.
So let me ask you that. So, versus dating in the 90s and nowadays, which one would you prefer? Which one would you like better?
I would like to go back to the 90's only because the romantic side was a little bit more out there than what it is now. Like before it was like men like it was like I had told like my partner before, I had told him, oh, it's like the Romeo and Juliet kind of way. It was like the poems, the calling on the phones, like, hey, can I call you at 7? Can I call you at 6? And then, I was waiting for that call, like that anxious call, like, oh my God, he's gonna call me, we're gonna talk about our day.
Yeah.
Or oh my God, he just bought me a flower.
The butterflies.
Yeah, men do that now, but they don't do it all the time. They don't
Yeah.
write you poems now.
That's so
They don't
true.
tell you like words of endearment all the time. Like the letter part. Like for me it was more of like when I remember of the 90's, I feel like, oh my God, I feel like I'm in elementary school and my crush sent me a letter, like a written letter, and with like cute little like drawings and like telling me, oh my God, I like you, and all these like cute little endearments. Now it's like you don't get that. You get a text.
Shoot a text. That's so true.
Maybe a meme.
Well, thank you, caller. Do you have any questions, Mr. Bat?
Yeah, I think that's it.
That's it?
But what one comment I wanna add up to this is, it seems like you okay with both world from the 90's and versus right now.
She said she preferred the 90s.
Well, she would prefer the 90's, but she gives a lot of points that she preferred today as well. So
Yeah. If I
but
can bring something from the 90's, I will bring the letters.
The letters.
okay.
Oh, you will
Yeah.
combine the both, right?
That would be so cute. Like just getting a letter from your partner. Like, hi, I just wanted to tell you I love you. Like cute little notes. Because that's not.
Now we do it through text.
Yeah. Too bad. Now we get a DM. We get a text.
We get it.
Now you get a text. Like, I'll call you later. Or, hey.
Not even a full sentence, by the way. You
Not
just
a full sentence. It's even like a double tap on your text. You get a little heart or a thumbs up.
Yes, ma'am. All right, caller. Thank you,
Well,
caller.
thank you for calling.
Okay, I'll see you.
Thank you
Bye.
for calling. Bye.
Thank you. So, Mr. Pat,
Yes, sir.
based on the caller, so what do you have to add?
I mean, I can agree with her in this to a certain point. I mean, on a man perspective, I think it's easier for us, man.
Nowadays?
Yeah, let's work. As a man, as long as you get your shit together,
You'll be good.
you'll be good.
Interesting.
Get your shit together, you'll be good.
Ladies.
Get your shit together, you'll be good.
My ladies.
You know, that's what I have, for them. Like, get your stuff together. And then if you can have a nice profile whatsoever. Like, honestly, I think it's a little personal, but like my partner, first reaction, she slid in the DM, right? So I'm sure based on what she saw on my profile, so that's why she slid in the DM.
So thanks to technology then.
Thanks to technology. But what I would say, we did build a deeper connection than social media. It started with social media. But the deep connection was built afterward. The social media was more like picking each other's brain type thing, see what each other's about on social media. But when we get to actually meet each other, get to know each other, in a personal level, that's when we're like, okay, this and the third, we can do this. But yeah, it started with technology, so I can't be too mad at technology.
So you like both of them. So if you could combine the two, so that would be
I think if people can combine these two, it would be great. It would be great. I don't think people should just focus on the nowadays way of dating. And also, major point, don't just focus on where the guy is gonna take you or this and a third. You know what I mean? Don't just focus on where he's going to take you. Focus on the conversation. You should be excited about what you guys going to talk about. You know what I mean? I think couples should, first date, your focus should be on, I'm eager to know what this guy or this girl is going to talk about and how we're going to floating into that conversation that we're going to have.
But yet again, people are gonna tell you we're not couples yet, so we just dating.
Okay, so dating, right?
Yeah.
What is the purpose of dating? It's interest of romantic,
down, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So like if you were okay to go in a restaurant or wherever with somebody, that means you were okay to explore the potential of becoming a couple. So you should be excited about the conversation that you're going to have with the person instead of exciting about, let me see where he's going to take me.
So that's
it's just my advice to all the single ladies out there. Don't focus on where the man is going to take you. You should be excited about the conversation you're going to have, how you're going to pick up his brain, how he's going to pick up your brain. And how you're going to emotionally connect, intellectually connect, then you can see the financial part later.
So that's I wish the way you're talking right now, I wish the most female will think like that.
No, seriously.
That's what I told you.
Because once you get to know the person on a deeper level,
that would be nice.
You can know that if as my advice to a female, you can know if that guy will either on his way to get in the bag or he's already in a bag. You should not be just focused like, oh, for me to even step out with this man, he has to show me that he has money. Like, bro.
But that's the thing though. That's the thing. So he would be nice for female to think like the way you saying it right now. So but sadly, most of them don't think like that. As I told you earlier, since the beginning, most of them think about the experience they're gonna get.
Yeah.
You feel me? They don't really think about the connection. Like the show from last week. So the woman was thinking about, I'm not going to Cheesecake Factory. Yeah. That's not out of my league. But she don't really know what the guy.
She lost the connection. She lost the connection. She lost everything she could have built with this guy.
Yes.
Because her focus was the place the guy took her.
Yeah.
Not like the conversation they could have had.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think a lot of women lose a lot of great guys
because of that.
Uh-huh. Because they focus on where you're gonna take me. Oh, what Chanel bag you're gonna buy me, dude? I don't think me buying your Chanel bags should
prove that
should prove you this is how I love you. Like, get out of here. Like, if I give it to you, I give it to you.
Yeah.
But I don't think your focus, to you, my expression of love should be getting you Chanel bag, Gucci bag, and stuff like that.
Yeah. Not only that, on the first date, Just like you don't owe me anything, I don't owe you anything.
Exactly.
We just getting to know each other.
Exactly.
You feel me? Wherever I take you, you should be appreciated. That the fact that I took you there. So that don't take me. That's out of your league. So I don't know your league. You feel me?
Right.
So you gonna tell me, oh, I'm not going to Cheesecake Factory. Woman, are you okay?
Yeah.
I'm probably testing you to see where you at mentally. You like the show from last week. So the woman basically failed it.
Yeah, she fell
don't
miserably.
Yeah, miserably. So as the guy showed, he was like, "This is where I was gonna take you. This is where I was gonna." And then she was like, "Take me there." No,
she did not. Well, if you guys didn't watch the show from last week, make sure you subscribe to her channel and go watch it.
The last show, yeah.
The last show. So basically, she was mostly she was mostly focused on where he was gonna take her, right? Not knowing that the guy had a whole plan to take her to a quote unquote bigger restaurant is because she failed to come down on time, spend an hour beating her face up, and talk about like, look at me. You think I can go to Cheesecake Factory? Dude, you spent an hour beating your face up. Please, give me a break.
They won't call it that, though. They will say they're looking good for you.
Right? Crazy, I'll tell you.
They spend an hour looking good for you, so you cannot take them to Cheesecake Factory.
I know.
Come on, man. You should know better.
Yeah. I think we're going to close the show. It was a great show, but let's just say, Dr. G.
Yes, sir.
If you were to have a last word for the people right now, to close the show, what would it be?
I will say, let's take it back to the 90s.
Okay.
With the technology. You feel me? Be smart enough not to know when people is faking it.
Right.
Because a lot of people are, no disrespect, a lot of people are brainless. They just see and go. Women, a lot of guys are faking it out there the same way you guys, women are faking it out there with the makeup. So a lot of guys know what you guys like. So, okay, let me present you what you like that I can get what I want. And then after that, we can call it quit. I don't give F. You feel me? So be smart enough. Be aware that a lot of guys know the game.
Yeah,
and they're playing it well. So at the end of the day, they can't care less. As long as they coach you, they get what they want. So they don't care if you don't talk to them the next day. You feel me?
Yeah.
Be smart enough, cause as a woman, the more guys you get, the more value you lose. A lot of females are gonna call me sexist, but that's the way it is. I didn't choose to be a man. You guys didn't choose to be a woman, so I'm telling you like it is. So
firm.
Yeah. The more guys you get, the more value you lose. The more women that I get, the more value I get.
They won't accept it though.
They won't accept it. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. If I was a woman, I was gonna know that I have to call the guy, like a man. Marry me, nigga. I'm gonna be your man guy. Man chick. You feel me? So too bad I'm not a guy. I'm not a woman, so I'm a man. So I know the fact that I'm a man. So I have to be a protector, provider. That's what I'm working on right now. You feel me? I didn't know any better back then. So hey, same thing for you guys. If you didn't know any better, so here's your time now to work on it. You feel me? Work on it. Put in the work. If you can't do 2 jobs, go for it. Cause the more you do, the more your value is gonna go up. That's the way I see it. How about you, Mr.
Hey, firm, thank you. Yeah. Well, to conclude, I'll proceed to say dating today, has been significantly influenced by technology, obviously, since you talk about it. Yeah. In the 90s, it was more like come and meet people in person and so forth.
Yeah.
Now we have dating apps, social media, texting. It's becoming more like on a communication vibe instead of like dating. So because people are more like chatting instead of dating. There's more like casual relationship instead of like serious relationship because of technology today. So I am so big on technology that influenced today's dating, right? So my advice to every young man and young woman, if you're interested in dating today, I would tell you to combine these two because it has worked for me and it has worked for many
So
other people. What I mean by combine these two,
okay.
not only you can use social media to actually use communication, because I think dating in social media is more like communicating with people. It's not dating, right? Because you've seen people having a partner on, I don't know if you watched that show. I know it's my last statement. I shouldn't before, going forward too. It's like catfish. You see people like be talking to people for like a long period of time, be in a relationship online in long distance. It's just like so toxic. So I would say you should use technology to mostly like communicate with somebody. And when it comes to dating, you have to meet the person in person and get to know the person in a personal level, in a intellectually on an intellectual level. And then everything else will come after. You should not be focused on like, financial aspect. If you're trying to get to know somebody, you should get to know the person first. Then you can focus on the financial aspect on life. Obviously like we all need financial. So that's what I would say. So combine these two, the 90s ways and today's day and age. And I think you should be okay if you can combine, if you're capable to combine these two ways of dating from the 90s and today and age. You should be fine. So that's what I have for you guys. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Follow our IG. It's
iPodcast. I_podcast.
let's go. Follow our IG, and every Sunday 7:30 sometimes. We know we locking on the time. We are not too punctual on the time, but we are working on that. Us and our producer are working on that. Shout out to our producer. So to actually come, more early than that to you guys, and we'll catch you guys next time.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
And then another thing. So this is iPodcast, a window to new perspectives. So don't scare to call. So whatever we tell you, we probably wrong. So you probably gonna teach us the same way we probably teaching you guys. As a guy said, no. Cute disclaimer, small disclaimer. Then there's a guy that says that back then it used to be, I hope she's a good girl.
Yeah.
But nowadays I hope she's a girl. So he's not me. That's a message from a guy. So
Yeah.
this is iPodcast, guys. Follow us on YouTube. Subscribe to our channel, iPodcast 1. So every Sunday we're gonna come with a great show for you guys. So Mr. Pat and Dr. G, this is iPodcast, and producer Nixon. We're gonna come for you every Sunday. Let's get it. Let's go.
Let's go.